one, fight.
This is Jeremiah the Proof Hinton. City of Champions present Kings of the Crown, a boxing event that you don't want to miss. Come witness the Clash of the Titans, July 16th at the Sparta Dome, located at 1355 East North Street, Crown Point, Indiana. Fight starts 8 p.m. Come witness greatness.
I really didn't have in mind I was going to do boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went, I just kind of started liking it more and more. And since I always like fighting, I'm like, why not give it a shot to see how far I could take it? So then that's how I got into it.
For sure. Now, when you said you was getting in like fights and everything as a kid, like when you actually got into boxing, because you know, for instance, you would have an energetic child. You know, the child just jumped around and like pick up a ball and want to play basketball, so they whole energy channels into basketball. Was it the same with boxing? Like once you start getting into that flow, everything just got channeled in for you?
Well, I'll say everything started getting channeled in once I actually started competing.
For sure.
I ain't start competing right away. I was training for about like 6 months, and it wasn't like I was channeled in because I ain't had nothing to look forward to. But then once I started competing, my first fight was the Golden Gloves. It was like 2017 Golden Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that first fight, I kind of just fell in love with it. Then it was just like my focus was just on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So how long is the training process before getting out to that ring competing? You know.
Well, for amateur shows, minimum I would say it's probably about like 3 weeks of full hard training. But I mean, you got to be in the gym too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I want to say like 3-4 weeks of hard training, and you ready for an amateur show. But for the pro one, it take a little longer, because you got to cut weight, you got to be prepared for it. So I want to say about like a month and a half, so you could be solid. But I mean, the more the better. The more you train, the better for you.
Absolutely.
Now, a lot of people think because they can street fight, they could box. You feel me? You say it took you 6 months. So tell people how hard it is, first off, learning the footwork. Second off, learning how to properly throw a punch.
Oh, it's hard. I mean, even in those 6 months that I was training and I fought, I still wasn't like a completely solid fighter. It took me years to actually know, like, get in the groove and know what I'm doing. Like, but it's real hard. It's totally different from street fighting. Like a street fighting, you just wild. It's like it's different. It's not the same. It's real hard, especially the footwork that you mentioned. Yeah, that's like the hardest part to get down.
Yeah. Are your hands? You feel me? License is dangerous now.
Well, they licensed, but since I still haven't had my pro fight, I'm still considered amateur. But once I had a pro fight, it's over. Then they licensed.
You can still knock a nigga out until June.
Yeah.
So is that the process? Like, as soon say after your first pro fight, do you gotta go down and get a register, or they just know like to drop that title on you?
No, so before I even had my pro fight, you gotta send in applications, all kinds of stuff. So it's like they already had your info, and then once you got that pro fight, it's like it's locked in already. So now I was supposed to have my pro fights like before. So since they got canceled, then I could still fight amateur. But once I fight pro, it's like I can't fight amateur no more. So it's like it's still like that.
Sure.
Man, I always see boxing on ESPN, Showtime, used to be HBO, you feel me? But I've never actually been in an arena where it's a real boxing match. So what is it like when you step into that ring? Because boxing, you got a team, you got a corner, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you don't really, it's just you in that ring. Can't nobody come in that ring and help you. So what is it like when you first step into that ring and it's time to go? Is it nerves, or you like, I do this?
Well, the first times I got in there, it was just nerve wracking. Like it was just emotions everywhere. But each fight I kept having, it was just turned normal. It was more like I know what I'm gonna do. But you still got nerves, you still nervous and stuff. But like now, for all the fights I got, it's just more like I'm more comfortable. But it's real nerve wracking. But once you get up in there, I want to say like after you get hit, it's like when you channeled in. Like all right, now I'm focused. Now you just him. You all the distractions outside the ring, you don't even think about it.
For sure. What gets you like ready for a fight? Is it like a special tradition, or like something that you do every match? Like it could be listening to music, going a little hard on the training the day before, anything like that?
Yeah, what you said, music. Like I just like to focus on certain music, and it just give me it just takes my focus away from everything else, and I focus on what I'm thinking about, which is the fight.
For sure. What's one of your favorite like songs that I'm gonna call it a knockout song, like a song that you would think about listen to and you think about knocking somebody out?
Me personally, bro, I like to listen more like soft music, like calm music. I didn't really like to listen to that turn off stuff for a fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's his name? I think his name is T Diddy or T Dot. Knock on My Door.
Sure.
That song get me calm. It's a song I like to listen to before any fight.
For sure that.
How do y'all prepare for a boxer or your opponent? Do y'all watch tape? Are you more of the I need to get in the ring and execute, or I can learn by watching my opponent and figure out what we need to do?
Well, right now, personally, the person that I'm supposed to fight, I don't know too much about him. I haven't seen no footage on him, but I'm more like when I get in there, it's like I don't even want to say I feel you out because I'm the type of fighter that I like to get straight to the point. So I go in there to fight you. You know, I'm going in there just to fight it out with you, and then it's like from that I kind of learn what you're doing. Like I catch on to shit that you're doing, and it's like I'm learning while I'm in there.
So you one of those calculated fighters.
It's something like that.
Nah, I see a lot of fighters that have been in the ring with not necessarily their opponents, but it's sparring matches. Like you got Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney saying they both got the best of each other. When you step in the ring to spar, bro, how hard are you going? Is it like I'm just getting layups in, or I'm really trying to hurt you, bro?
I'm really trying to hurt you, like when I go in there. But at the same time, I'm trying to learn because that's the point of sparring. You gotta try to implement the stuff you're training on while you sparring, because then that's how you get it down to perfection in the sparring. But I'm trying to hurt you too. But it all depends too, because it's some people you spar that ain't on your level that you can already see off the front jump that you just beating them up. And you don't want to do that because them type of people ain't gonna spar you again, and you need the sparring.
They scared. At that point, they like, nah,
They're like,
bro,
nah, I don't
bro
wanna
going
spar him
too
again.
hard.
Yeah.
He too crazy with it.
That's crazy.
Who is your opponent for the 16th?
Well, right now they don't have nobody like signed contract, but we have this one guy that we think that's what we're gonna go with. His name Justin Cole.
Yeah.
I'm not sure too much about him though. They haven't told me too much info about him.
Is it difficult not knowing who your opponent is? Because like it's hard to prepare. It might be a last minute thing to make some adjustments to.
It's more frustrating than difficult, bro. Because I mean, I'm ready right now, so it's like I'm ready for whoever they bring in. It's just frustrating because I don't have nobody like set. I mean, we have people in mind, but it's nothing like set.
Yeah.
But it ain't. It's difficult or not difficult in the way it makes sense.
I feel that. Describe your toughest moment in amateur boxing that you faced so far. Like it could be a tough opponent, tough training, something like that.
Well, the toughest, I want to say, it was the last tournament I did up in April, March and April, the Golden Gloves. It was we trained a lot for that tournament, and the last fight in the finals when I fought that kid, I want to say that's probably been my toughest fight. Just his style made it really hard for me.
For
But it's good that I had a fight like that because once I go pro, you're gonna fight people like that, and I learned a lot from that fight. Like I lost a split decision, but it's like I learned shit from that fight.
For sure that.
Do you ever get in the ring and be like, man, I can't leave it up to the referee. I'm going for a knockout every time.
Every time. That's just my style. Like I got that Mexican style. Like I just like to go in there and fight. I'm not the type of fighter that's gonna box you like a Devin Haney that's gonna do it. I really don't like that. Like I could sort of do it, but my style is more like that aggressive style.
Get to it.
Yeah, that's me.
Who would you say is some of your favorite boxers right now?
I really like Virgil Ortiz. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
Yeah.
I really like the way he fight. I like Tank. That's another man. He a dog.
Yeah, Tank get to it.
And then that new what is he? Flyweight Jesse Ban Rodriguez. I don't know if y'all know him. That man, he's sick.
Nah, I ain't never heard of him. I'm gonna go find out who he is.
Cold.
You know, it's hard to find boxers nowadays because not everybody is shown on ESPN. You know, you can't watch everybody fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do you find out about boxers? Is it like, bro, I'm in tune with these camps or what?
Well, I watch a lot of boxing. Usually every weekend I buy fights. I be watching them, and on the undercards, they be bringing new people, and it's like I see their styles. I'm like, oh. Then I start checking them out more and more. I do a little research on them, and that's how I get more like in tune with fighters. But you're right about that. Not everybody's showing.
Yeah. The undercards definitely be some good fights where you find out who somebody really is. Dude, while you watching other boxers fight, do you be like, man, I need to pick up on that, or I need to implement that into my game?
Yeah, every time, bro. When I do a lot of watching on YouTube and shit. I watch a lot of fighters. I watch Lomachenko and stuff, and I pick up different things from everybody, and then I just try it in practice and sparring. I try to get, like, I see, like, oh, that worked for him. Like, that it's a real good move. Let me try it.
Man, I remember the first time I seen Lomachenko fight. I'm like, man, who the fuck is this dude, bro? He dancing circles around everybody, bro. So, what would you say is like one of your goals going from amateur to professional?
Amateur to professional. Well, my main, well, I got, every time I set goals, bro. So, like, once I accomplish that, then I set new goals. Right now, my goal that I set is, first I said I wanted to get 30 fights and then go and win the Golden Gloves and then go pro. I already did that. So now my goal that I set is I want to go 5-0 as pro and all 5 knockouts. So right now my goal is to knock all 5 next opponents out. That's my goal.
For sure. What's your current record?
Right now, I've lost 6 times. I have like 46, 47 fights. So I would say like 46-6.
Okay, that's cool. So how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Oh yeah, you got a lot of time in you. You got a good head on your shoulder for 21 as well. Like you real determined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you keeping it all in. So being that young, and just having this record for yourself, what gives you the advantage when you step in that ring? Like, cause sometimes when you got food in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So like, what gives you that advantage? Is it something mentally? Is it something physically? Like, what you think is your advantage when you lock eyes with your opponent?
Shit, it's just mentally, to be honest with you, bro. I got a few things that, like, one of my main things that keep me focused is, like, I want to make it out the back of the yards, and I want to be wealthy, I don't want to be rich. Like, that ain't my thing. I just want to have enough money where I ain't got to worry about none of that.
Exactly.
And help my family out. That's my goal that keep me motivated, like, keep going and going.
Round 1, fight.
City of Champions presents Kings of the Crown, a boxing event that you don't want to miss. Come witness the Clash of the Titans, July 16th at the Sparta Dome, located at 1355 East North Street, Crown Point, Indiana. Fight starts at 8 p.m. Come witness greatness.
What's up, world? It's Ill Sound Radio. It's your boy Everyday J. I'm in the building with my host Groove Nuke.
Yes, sir.
And we got Fernando Bones Valdez in the building, man.
Bones.
Now, you grew up in the back of the yards neighborhood. Now, let's say you do go 5-0, you know what I'm saying, and your stock starts to rise. Are you one of those people that be like, man, Chicago is dangerous, I need to get out of it? Or are you more the one that'll be like, let me show my neighborhood something else and let me, be like that shining star for the youth so they can see that it's another way?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm one of those that's gonna move out, but I'm definitely still gonna show love and try to be that image to because back of the yards ain't got that many. I've never heard of a pro boxer come on the back of the yard, so I want to be that first to be that so they can show people like it's more to what's going on out there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because it's definitely dangerous. And Chicago is sometimes an unforgiving city, you know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, like, if you're going to leave Chicago, just make sure you get back to Chicago, you know what I'm saying, in a way that shows other people that it's possible, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get out of Chicago and then they be like, man, Chicago is crabs in a bucket and all that. Like, you going to say everything negative, bro. Say something positive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so with the boxing, we was talking about like how the booking goes and everything. I was asking you about the gym. So talk about like your how you go from the gym to getting promoted for these fights.
So I got he's my coach / manager.
Mm-hmm.
He basically like get all these fights for me. So it's like I'm training and he'll tell me like, oh, I got these fights coming up because he got a lot of connects. He kind of real big in the boxing in Chicago. So he basically give me a lot of those a lot of these shows, trying to get me put on those shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So with when you get put on the show, like what's that like? You just in the gym training, or like, like you just training, hitting the bags and everything, hitting the bags. Then like, all right, you got a show now. So we finna shift the direction of this training. I mean, not a show, but a match now.
Oh yeah, so I'm constantly in the gym, but when I'm not preparing for a fight. I mean, sometimes I take breaks. I'm not always in the gym, but sometimes most of the time I am. But once they tell me like, oh, we got to fight for you, it's like when I lock in, like, all right, now it's time to train hard. You know, so you get real ready for it, not just being in the gym, just staying in shape. Because it's a difference. You could be in the gym just to be in shape, but then it's you in the gym training for a fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And with the promotion, you said something about like it's a sales thing as well. So how do you make sure that you're marketable as well as ready for your moment when it comes to a match?
Yeah, that's the hard part right there, bro. Cause like some people got that luxury of they already known, so they got a lot of people behind them, so they ain't really got to worry too much about the ticket sales. But as to me, I'm not really that known. I ain't got too much of people like that behind me, so I'm constantly marketing myself on Facebook,
Sure.
Instagram, like that, trying to get ticket sales. You know, trying to make myself known, make a name for myself.
Right. Would you say social media is a big help when it comes to marketing yourself?
For me, yeah. For me personally, yeah, it's a big help.
And do you come in with that chip as well? Like you say, nobody know me, everybody know you. I'm finna do my thing.
Something like that, bro. Like I'm trying to
it.
make a real name for myself.
I feel you got to, man, for sure.
What are those moments like when you finally taste that first knockout? Like, man, I just knocked dude out.
Man, well, I only have one. Well, it was a TKO in an amateur. It's real hard to get knockouts for my weight in the amateurs because, you know, we got headgear and all.
Yeah.
But that one time I got that TKO, when I stopped the kid, it just felt great. Like, it just feel like, it sound harsh, but
nah, man,
it feel real good just being the mess out the person, you know, when they can't do nothing.
It's the sport.
Nah, you kind of got like a late start at boxing, right?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Now with you having a late start and you say you fell in love with it once you had the golden gloves, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you stay on top of everything that you need to stay on top of as being a boxer? Because y'all got to eat right. Like you say, y'all got to stay in the gym. Y'all can't have many distractions outside of the ring, you know what I'm saying? So how do you stay level-headed?
Well, it's a little hard, bro, because, you know, I'm young, so I want to have a life. I got friends, they all having fun and stuff, so I want to have a life, but I also, you know, I got to see what's important. But the main thing with me, like, I get distracted too. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I get distracted, you know. But then I got that one important person, which is my trainer. He's like a father to me. He always in my ear time I think about the bigger picture. Always, like, you know, he getting me back my mind right, like, all right, stay focused. And that he really, like, leveled me out, and he's what keeps me focused.
Yeah, we all need that positive influence in our life, because you say you 21, bro. When I was 21, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I had a little bit of bread, you know what I'm saying? I was able to take care of myself. So I ain't gonna say I was out here making bad mistakes, because I wasn't, but at the same time, like you say, I was living, you know what I'm saying, a 21-year-old life, and a lot of times being in the wrong place can have devastating effects on your life. So growing up in Chicago and, like you say, wanting to be out, how do you find ways to have fun?
I mean, it's a lot of ways. Like, I like to go out with friends and stuff. We'll go maybe to baseball games. You know, sometimes I might go out, like, I try to stay away from Chicago, though. Like, when I go out, I try to stay, like, especially away from, like, back of the yards, you know, south side. I really try to go, like, far out, like, suburbs and stuff, like, have fun, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Now, they say before you have a fight or leading up to a fight, you're not supposed to have sex. You feel me? And make your knees weak. Now, I don't know if that's true. Is it true, bro?
They say it's a myth. It's not proven, but personally, I'm going to go with it's true, bro.
Nah, you don't be fucking around. You be like, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah,
you got to wait
tough.
till after the fight. Now, I've been learning a lot about, like, the different belts as far as boxing goes, you feel me? Do you understand, like, the different belts at the different weight classes?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the difference between all these belts, bro? And what's the belt that you strive to have one day?
So in every weight class, there's 4 major belts, which is like the world championship belt. They got other belts that's like stepping stones, but they're not the major belts. You got the major ones, the WC, WBO, IBF, and WBA. Like, them the ones you want to strive to get.
Yeah.
But before that, you need to get those little stepping belts, with those intercontinental. They look almost like the real belts, but they not like the major ones.
Yeah.
The main one I would want to get, bro, like I really, really love the most, is the WBA, the black and gold one.
Yeah.
I really love that belt.
For sure.
Now, what weight class do you fight at?
Well, right now, this fight I'm gonna take, I think it's gonna be at 126 pounds. That's like what's that? Featherweight, I believe. But the goal is to get down to 118, but I'm gonna get down to it. So I really want to campaign at bantamweight.
All right, now you being 100, you say 126, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, being 126 pounds, you not a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody find out you a boxer, they immediately want to try you. You feel me? How do you avoid those situations?
I mean, I box, bro, but I really don't like fighting outside of like boxing. Like I just do it just for the sport, 'cause that's what I like to do. But I like to just like avoid any situation I can. Like I mean, if it leads to that where there's no avoiding it, then I'm gonna defend myself. But for the most part, I like to just brush it off. Like just, it is what it is. All right, bro.
For sure. So you be de-escalating the situation.
Yeah,
sure.
most of the time I like to do that.
And you, I mean, and that you got to. You know what I'm saying? You can't have nobody. You don't want to put nobody in that then and throw off and derail what you got going on as well. For something you probably gonna rinse out real quick. You gonna rinse them. For sure. But you got your fight, man, Crown Point on the 16th. Do you watch any like boxing movies or anything before like you prep anything of that nature?
Nah, it's just like I was telling you, I watch a lot of like YouTube shit, fights like that, or I watch my own fights and stuff, and I like recap on shit I've been doing, try to fix it, stuff like that.
So you watch everything when you watching yourself. You watch everything from the footwork to the punch delivery and everything like that.
Yeah, mostly like with what I did. All right, so I didn't do this when I should have did that. Like, cause we work on in training, you work in like a lot of combinations. So then when I watch my fights, I'd be like, oh, I could have did that and that would have worked. And then I try to implement it like in sparring. I implement it, and then in the fights, like when I actually remember, like, all right, this is what I got to do. And I try to do it, like not make the same mistakes I made the last fight.
For sure. And how is the family reception of being a boxer? Like, do you have like little cousins or little siblings that look up to you? Like, wow, my cousin or my brother is like, man, he the man, he a champion.
Well, I ain't got too much family, to be honest with you, bro. Like what I really consider family is just like within this real close. So it's my parents, my 4 brothers, my they baby mamas, and my nieces and nephew. That's really like what I consider family.
For sure.
Recently, my little nephew, he been a little intrigued. He been telling his dad that he want to go training like Uncle Bones. So I took him the other day to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But, right now I've been training for the fight, so I can't really focus too much on him. But I guess you could say him because he kind of want to go into the fighting now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's something to look up to for real.
Man, you don't know your opponent, but whoever your opponent, it don't even matter. So give your opponent a quick message headed up to July 16th, man.
I mean, the only thing I can say, I hope you train hard, because what I'm coming for, I'm trying to accomplish that goal I set for myself, them 5 knockouts. So, I mean, you know what I'm coming with.
All right, now, you 21, bro. So I asked this question, but I'm going to ask it to you anyways, because, you grew up in the back of your yard, so you done seen some things. If you can go back and give your younger self any piece of advice, like, what would it be?
I wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time like I did. Like I was training before I actually started fighting, but I was more like distracted. I was doing other things too. I wish I would have just like stayed focused on this and put more effort in it as I was younger than the time when I started. I didn't start that late, but I wish I would have started a little bit younger. So.
All right, before we get out of here, you want to tell everybody how they can get in tune with you, stay in tune with you, and pull up to the fight July 16th.
Oh yeah, if y'all want to follow me, y'all can follow me on Instagram at BONEZS054, or y'all can follow me on Facebook at Bones Valdez. And hope y'all could come out to the pro debut July 16th.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to our guest Fernando Bones Valdez for coming through the building, man. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, man. Hey, best of luck to you. I know you know you got to know the famous Willie Jones quote on Friday, man. You know it?
No, what is it? I might know it.
When he put his hands up, he told Craig, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day, man. Keep that in mind. That goes a long way. And I'm pretty sure you know that, though, man. So best of luck to you on your fight. Like Jay said, whoever the opponent is, don't matter. And like you said, you already ready. So, so pretty sure when that name come up, you already going to be locked in no matter who you face or who get in the ring, you ready for it. So, man, Illinois is going to be in the building for the fight, so we're going to check you out, man, for sure.
For sure. Thank you, bro.
No problem. Thank you for coming through. Hey, everybody follow me, Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE. Follow Ill Sound Radio, ILLSOUND Radio, only on iLLANOiZE Radio. Make sure you submit music. We stream music 24/7, so head over to that website, submit your music, and go and download that iLLANOiZE app. That's all I got to say for right now. Jay, what you got to say to him?
Hey man, salute to you. I respect boxers on a different level than most sports because y'all had to walk around with a different level of discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get on that scale and lose the fight, you know, before it even start. You can be walking down the street and throw everything away because of an argument. So boxers have to stay a certain level of discipline just to continue their career moving forward. Because like you say, you got a goal of 5-0, but once you hit that goal, it becomes a whole different goal. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you on pay-per-view one day just to be like, bro, I gave him an interview before.
Man, what?
And you going to be my first live boxing match depending on where you fight, if you fight first or last. I can't wait to see this shit, bro. So when I'm like, man, bro, knock his ass out, you already know who it is, bro. You know who it is. So good luck July 16th, man. I appreciate you for sliding through.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Round 1, fight.
This is Jeremiah the Proof Hinton. City of Champions present Kings of the Crown, a boxing event that you don't want to miss. Come witness the Clash of the Titans, July 16th at the Sparta Dome, located at 1355 East North Street, Crown Point, Indiana. Fight starts 8 p.m. Come witness greatness.